Welcome to another edition, a very solemn edition, probably the worst edition of Blue Monday. We all went to Anfield full of, I don't know, maybe contained hope. We thought we might get some, full of ale basically. And somehow we didn't think it was possible, but Everton contrived to lose in another ridiculous way, being the victims of a giant killing at Anfield at the hands of Liverpool.
We were the bookies' favourites.
Exactly, that was effectively a giant killing. So it's...
Where do you actually reckon that team they had would finish in the league?
Top if they played us every week.
Do you reckon they wouldn't be top half, would they? Or anywhere near it, really, no. I imagine.
No. I don't know how similar the team was to the one that got battered by Villa, but I would imagine that would be more par for the course.
I think it had a few more senior lads. I don't think they played any, because obviously the like, first team, like obviously Lallana, Minamino, Origi. I mean, still, bloody hell, lads.
It was. I think you said on the post-match last night, all that had to happen was the men had to beat the boys. Yeah. And they couldn't.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. You know, it's probably got 24 hours on now, isn't it? Recording this. Yeah. You know, we still had hope at this point. 24 hours ago, we were still probably having a few chances, but just abysmal, wasn't it?
Yeah. There was no redeeming things from the game.
Yeah. Like you sort of look back at our coverage on it and the post-match, and what you said on Twitter and what other people had to say on Twitter, and obviously there's a lot of anger around, and sometimes you reflect on it, say maybe it's a bit too much. I don't think it was.
No.
And the annoying thing about it is, whenever you have a derby feel like this, it's never just the performance. It's the fans not coming over at the end, so that sorry, the players not coming over to the fans at the end of the game, and that annoys you. We've just before we started recording seen a video of Seamus Coleman arguing with Liverpool fans in the tunnel at the end of the game, with Mason Holgate as well. That sort of thing's horrible. You've got them rubbing it in, and as well, obviously, and the inevitable Bill Shankly Liverpool reserves quotes doing the round. I've had about 10 different people send me that. It's like, bloody hell.
Wasn't funny the first time. No. It wasn't funny in the 1960s.
No, but just abysmal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it says about these players, doesn't it? And I said this last night, and ultimately, to those lads who have been at clubs like Barcelona and been at clubs like Manchester United or Tottenham or Arsenal, that's why you're playing for us now, because mentally they haven't got it in them to go to these places.
Make that step up.
Yeah, and just put in a capable professional performance against a team which is half full of children.
Yeah.
Like that is why they're all here.
I think something that maybe hasn't been touched on so much is the fact that I think Ancelotti got it wrong twice in that game.
Yeah.
I think starting with that midfield was a mistake because there was no mobility. I mean, it's easy to say this with hindsight, but there's no mobility there at all.
No.
And when you're playing against a load of 18 to 24-year-olds or something, they're going to be busy.
Do you know what though? Against Chelsea, those two did.
I suppose.
I don't know. Again, that game could have been just like lightning in a bottle. To be fair.
Yeah, you did say that at the time, didn't you?
You think about that, what they were like that night, and compared to the game yesterday, it was just passive, wasn't it? Just lads hiding in plain sight.
Well, there's actual video footage of Gylfi Sigurdsson, isn't there? Just saying, "Don't pass to me." It's like, make yourself available for the ball. And the thing with Schneiderlin, I mean, I saw this at the time. We were right on the very front row. Yeah. So we were so close, we were right behind the goal as well. So those misses were magnified 100 times to us. It was impossible to see what was going on. The passes of play. But for those chances, they were so glaring. Yeah. But I saw at the time that Schneiderlin had gone down holding his leg and just let what's his name?
Curtis Jones.
Yeah. So don't even know any of the players. Just let him take his time and find where he wants to hit a shot. It was a great shot. But I mean, he was liable for the goal. He's 100% liable for that goal, because then Mina had to come out, and Mina's not the quickest anyway. Yeah. He just couldn't cover the ground in time. So I think having that immobile midfield was one mistake, and I think bringing Delphon instead of Davis was another.
Yeah. I think he could have brought.
And maybe he should have hooked the two of them at half time.
Yeah, obviously he's still learning about these lads, isn't he? Yeah. I imagine that for all we know about Fabian Delph and all we've seen him as a player, and what Carlo Ancelotti probably knows about him as a player in this short time, he would probably have thought he's an ideal fella to bring on in this situation and calm it down. And in fairness, you probably do think that, but he doesn't know yet about what happens to lads in blue when they play against lads in red. Ultimately, players just melt, and it's the things you're talking about there are obviously really important to the game, but it's just sometimes you have matches and defeats where you just feel as though going into the manu side of it and talking about tactics and setup, it just feels like futile.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like, regardless of if we'd gone there with a spot on tactical setup and we'd gone there, with different players in the 11, it still feels like we probably would have lost 1-0 in very similar circumstances to that, because of this. I've never really bought into the mentality thing that much in recent years. I think under David Moyes there's definitely a bit of that there, because there wasn't much between the two sides. But you look at it yesterday, and that was Everton mentally folding. That was a team that effectively had the chances to begin the game and then missed the chances and then just melted, and they seized on it, and their fans seized on it. After half an hour, our away end was nervous, and our players looked nervous, and they all of a sudden thought, bloody hell, this is Everton, this is Everton, and Liverpool teams beat Everton teams, and it was sort of like throughout the game it just sort of transformed into that mindset.
Yeah, you could see, because the first half we were very much on top. We had a load of good chances. I think if one of them goes in, it is a very different game.
We didn't have a grip of the game, though, did we? It was all the goals were the chances were there's a set piece, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There's a break down the line from Walcott, but there was never a point where that midfield
took hold of the game.
Yeah, had a grip on the game at all. No one was showing for it, no one was keeping it ticking over. I think it was a Chiravella for them. Probably about number 77 or something like that. He just kept going on the ball loads of time, just kept it ticking over, and those lads grew into the game. Whereas when we got it, it was just all down the line. There was nothing through the middle at all. Just dead disappointing. The only word I've been trying not to say it, but I'm going to say it now. The only word I can think of when I think of this performance, and my thought process keeps leading me back to, is shithouses. It was a shithouse performance, and that is horrible. Yeah.
Well, they did. They just looked like 11 shitbags out there, didn't they? Because no one had a good game. No one came out with any credit, really. The thing for me now is, what happens next? So,
do you care?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm really not arsed about the game on Saturday, but the fact of the matter is we need to win on Saturday, because Brighton are a point behind us.
Yeah.
They've had a mixed result. They drew at Wolves, they drew with Palace, beat by Spurs, they beat Sheffield at the weekend, so they're very mixed, and they're capable of coming to Everton and winning.
Yeah, they play good footy, don't they?
Yeah. So, as much as I'm not arsed at the minute, come Saturday I will be very arsed, because we need to win it, because we can get sucked right back into this now. With a result like that, with the fragility of the confidence of these players, we need to go out and get a result. But then what does he do? Does he stick with that team? Does he say, right, go out lads and put this right?
He absolutely cannot, can he?
No. I mean, I never want to see Schneiderlin play for us again. I seem to say this every other week.
There has to be consequences from a performance like that, and regardless of where we've got injuries and we're a bit down to the bare bones, he's got to make at least 5-6 changes, because what type of message does that send out? We've just probably had our worst performance of the season, our worst derby performance in a generation. You've got to have consequences, and I think there will be. He said himself after the game that after defeats I don't really speak to the players that often, really, but I'm gonna have a talk with them today.
I think Paddy put something that he usually sends in, he sent in Duncan Ferguson to speak to them, but on this occasion he thought, I'm gonna have to say something here.
He needs to, doesn't he? And you can imagine he would have went. There's going to be one silver lining from this. He has seen Everton in their purest form.
that was distilled Everton.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. You bottle that up, couldn't you, and have it on ice. But he is seeing it now. That game encapsulates this football club and the many issues that we've had in this fixture down the years, and the reason why we are where we are. And I put on Twitter yesterday that I think some of the issues at the club at the moment are almost unsolvable, and they probably are. And it's a measure of the job that he's got to turn this around now. It's going to be very difficult for him. Very difficult for him.
So this month, I think we probably do need some players in, if only to give the place a lift, because it's going to be on its arse. Probably be loan signings, won't they? I think we touched upon this last time. We don't want to go out and buy a load of midfielders, because we'd have 1 million of them by the summer. And we don't want to be tying players into contracts, panic buys in January. So if we go out and get loan players, do we now need Ancelotti to use his reputation to bring in a higher level of player who they're not second string at their respective clubs, and they're not on the way down? Do we need him? Do we need to use him basically as a draw for players to come in? Because if not, it seems we're never going to get out of the spiral of having underperforming players from better teams.
Yeah.
Which you think that's what you need to do to get a leg up, but it's not working, and it's not worked for years now.
Yeah, I think we need more long-term thinking, don't we, with this?
Yeah.
You know, we were in this similar situation. You know, literally go back 2 years, and we'd been beaten by Liverpool in the FA Cup. We signed Cenk Tosun that night.
Half time.
And then we signed Theo Walcott, didn't we, a few days later. And you look at both of them now, and we can't get, you know, we want to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And at the time, we were in a very similar position in the table. I think we're probably 3 or 4 points ahead of where we are now. And you look back on that and think, well, at the time there was a clamour to get some lads in. Ultimately, did we really need to make those signings?
Yeah.
And I sort of think we're in a similar position now. You know, if a player becomes available that they genuinely want and they think is there for a good price, then fine. But I don't want to see us overpaying on someone who's 28, 29 years old, and then next season we're looking at him going, well, did we really need that player?
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think I'd go with loans. If we can get people on loan, maybe like an option to buy or a view to buy, then that's fine. But I don't want to get the 2020 version of Theo Walcott or you know, the 2020 version of Cenk Tosun. And you know, people might be saying, looking at this, saying, well, in a relegation battle, we need bodies through. We've got injuries, we need bodies, but I just think just need to take a bit of a deep breath and just see how it goes for the next few weeks.
Yeah, it's not the time to panic.
No, you know, we beat Brighton at the weekend. We're pretty much well clear of any real trouble. We've got a nice run of fixtures coming up. You'd hope that, you know, with that in mind, they'd be able to just steadily turn things around again. But it's what the effects are going to be from this. You know, we certainly going to have a group of players who are scarred at Anfield for a generation. So probably right off going there for the next 10 years. But it's because they just obviously the last derby lost there last year in a similar sort of fashion. They responded very badly to it, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, we fell apart for December.
Yeah,
didn't we?
but in the same breath, you could say the one in December they responded well to. Didn't they? They beat Chelsea when a quite a good run with Duncan coming in. So it's very difficult, isn't it?
We're nothing if not consistent, basically. Yeah, I mean it's really difficult to call, but yeah, the game on Saturday is a big game. But we'll preview that on what's the score later in the week.
We're not ready
to keep an eye out for
that. We're not ready
to
look too far ahead. What a moan about Sunday.
So I had a load of stuff I was going to talk about, but it'd be nice to blue in book.
That's amazing. That.
It's good, isn't it?
Who got you that?
Louisa's sister.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That.
Matt put a tweet out before asking people how they were feeling. Basically, we're going to use this as a sort of
another therapy session,
exercise. And the feeling's quite strong. So we've got 12 more notifications in the last 2 minutes. Jane Jones at Missy FC, furious, but the sad thing is that it hurts less and less as I become apathetic to results. We should have won that game in the first half, but firing straight to the keeper was desperation. The second half was total embarrassment, scared and without leadership and just woeful. That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Yeah, I mean, I was angry yesterday. You know, I was more angry with that than I was coming out of the 5-2 or the Jordan Pickford one last year.
Yeah,
comfortably like that. I think yesterday was the worst. We had a chance in the first half, didn't we? But like I said earlier, we never got a grip of it.
No.
You expect those players with their experience and their capabilities to be able to just control the game and manage the game at certain portions. And you know, they let Chirabella, Curtis Jones and Lallana absolutely run the show. It was ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I think Jay summed it up for me on the way out as we were walking out. He said, I hate Everton more than I hate Liverpool.
Yeah.
And at 14 years of age, that's quite a statement. He's learned very quickly.
Hopefully things turn around for Jay's generation.
Well, they both asked me already, do you reckon we'll win anything in our lifetime?
Yeah.
I'm 10 and 14.
I turned 30 in the summer. I saw one derby win in my 20s. One to celebrate. We're able to celebrate one derby win since it was legal. Please have a bevy.
It's a wretched existence, isn't it? Peter James Needham. Find it hard to get angry at Gylfi and Sneijderlin. I really don't.
Oh no.
They are what they are, slow. I expect them to get over.
Peter's very measured, really measured in his analysis all the time, to be fair. I don't know.
He's even got a Fresh Prince gift doing that.
Yeah.
Very measured. Having to play them, and that's what happens. Moaning about them, not doing the business, like moaning about your kettle not being good for ironing. I'd expect the level of performance in midfield from two midfielders, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree with his general point about them not being suited to that system. But I think, like you're right, you expect a base level of effort and just things like show for the ball every now and then.
Yeah.
And you know, neither of them did that. Like you said, that clip of Sigurdsson where he's just going side to side, staying outside the passing lanes is
Well,
epitomises him really.
I would imagine there'll be. I've seen similar clips of Schneiderlin in different games doing the same. So if you've got two midfielders doing that,
Yeah.
screwed, aren't you?
Well, it was noticeable during the game. Like I said this to Mark when we were watching. It's like we haven't like played a little pass inside to either of the central midfielders like the whole game. It was basically they pressed us out wide. We'd go to one of our fullbacks and we just lash it down the line to Calvert-Lewin or Walcott to run to, and there was no nous or anything about the way in which he went about it.
A standout memory for me when Delph came on, I just remember him seemed to always get the ball on one wing, do a few pirouettes, and end up on the other wing and just lash it down the line. It was like he was just trying to run in circles to get himself out of it because there was literally nothing on. And the playing it from the back is just, it was outrageous in that game. We're playing ourselves into trouble.
Did it against City as well, didn't we?
But when they're so fast as well and they're going to press you all game. I mean, Pickford's kicking was way off, but he really wasn't helped by the passes back he was getting. You know, if we're struggling like that, make those mistakes higher up the pitch. Don't fanny about it.
His kicking is
it's gone bad, hasn't it?
Literally abysmal. Like, I mean, it's a little rash kick from him who gives the ball away for their goal, isn't it? Ultimately, and there are obviously things that happened before that, but his distribution is like
been awful,
absolutely abysmal.
Which was like the best part of his game, which is a worry. Interesting one from Matty at Matty Black. The nadir of following Everton, pretty much. Players are completely unfit. Thanks, Marco.
I don't know about that one actually. I think maybe, and this is not an excuse for them by any means, but maybe just a bit leggy after Christmas and all the games they played. Obviously, Liverpool has brought 11 lads who've not kicked the ball for a month and had that extra freshness, but I don't know, I think we'll find out, I reckon, about that over the next few weeks.
I mean, they look knackered against City, so you've got the same lads coming in against Liverpool. It could be fitness, but it could just be fatigue.
I think like under Silver, our running stats are always quite good. And pressing and winning the ball back are always like quite one of the positive aspects of his tenure, really. So I think we'll see on that one. I don't know. We'll have to see in the next few weeks.
And diabolical recruitment.
Yes.
Not just in terms of quality, but in character. Thanks, Steve.
And, you know,
Ancelotti did a huge job on his hands. Brand's an even bigger one. It is that thing where we don't seem to have recruited players sort of that fit the team physically and mentally since Moyes. So he was very meticulous in that, wasn't he? And we don't seem to have done that so much. Apart from when we signed 5 captains who all turned out to be shit in 2016.
Yeah, a lot of the signs we made, like we were saying before, it's just been, there's not really been much nuance in it, has there, really? You know, there's not a player you sort of look at and go, that's a really clever signing, you know, picked up from like another league. It's been, you know, Iwobi on the last day of the transfer. You know, that as much as I think he's all right as a player, we might see more from him. That was a mad deal to do on the last day of the transfer window, you know, picking up another Arsenal cast off. And you sort of look at a lot of those, I think a director of football like Brand, you'd expect to be a bit more canny with his recruitment, and we've not really seen any of that yet. It's all been big money players who have played for high profile clubs.
Which is exactly what we didn't want to see, wasn't it? We wanted to see these like unknown South Americans coming in and rip it up. But Yorkshire Toffees, we need to recruit a new spine for the team. Left-footed central defender who was very local. Hard as nails, tackling midfielder, creative midfielder, striker. Every good team has a reliable, rock-hard spine like this to build on. Everton teams in the 80s and 90s had it too.
Reminds me of that tweet back from Man United that time where it said David Moyes said Manchester United need to improve their passing, shooting, scoring, tackling. It's like, we basically need to do everything, don't we?
Mr. Jones, any relation?
No.
Hoping that it was enough for Carlo to bomb most of the team out of the club. Fair enough.
That's hard. You can't. The thing is that we can't do that.
You can't do it, but I think we're all thinking it.
Who's going to sign Gylfi Sigurdsson? Like genuine. Who's going to pay more than 10 million?
He's got another 2 years, hasn't he? I mean, it's at the point where I'm thinking with some of these players, can you actually just buy out the contract and release them? It'd be unprecedented, but if you think they're going to be hanging around and no one's going to sign them,
I don't know what the rule is on that, but the thing is, I
mean, you should be able to sack him for being shite, and any other job you get binned for being rubbish. So,
but there's players there, like I said, basically all the culprits from last night: Schneiderlin, Sigurdsson. Well, they were all culprits. You know, no one's getting off the hook from last night, but Walcott. You look at those players and you think, no one's going to buy them. Like, who's going to? You probably get about 15 million for the 3 of them. No one's going to pay more than 5 million for Schneiderlin or Walcott. Now, Sigurdsson you might still have a bit of a reputation, someone might be stupid enough to pay 10 million for him, but Bloody hell. You know.
I know. Well, just one thing on last night. I was thinking of Coleman then as well. When we played Burnley, you could very much tell that it was 5-3-2 in defence. No, sorry. Yeah. 5-3-2 in defence, 3-5-2 in attack.
Yeah.
Was it like that yesterday? I couldn't see because of where I was sat. Because I'm usually at the back of the park, and you can see it.
Yeah.
You can, and you could see that's how that was working. But yesterday, it seemed like Sedini was more right wing, and it was 4-4.
Yeah, Walker was playing up front, wasn't he? And Richarlison was on the left. It was all a bit weird, yeah. But he's an odd one as well, isn't he? You know, aside from that video of him shouting, just looking at him last night, I think, I absolutely love the bones of the fella. He's been a great player for us, but his legs are completely gone. Yeah. Completely gone. And he's played, I think, 5 games in a row now, and you could tell last night he was sluggish as anything.
Luke once more absolutely ruined me that. This time of year is super hard for me, and I was just ready to calm down and ease out of it, but yesterday, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. I've said I don't think a single team in the Football League doesn't beat the LFC 11. I mean, I won't go quite that far. They're a good group of players, but the point's there, isn't it? We should have beat them. Yeah, I think any Premier League team I think any Championship team. Do you know what? Actually, I don't think any team would beat them, but certainly any team in the Football League going into that game would have been more up for it and on it than we were. I reckon any team scores as well. Yeah, I think anyone else goes there thinking this is a great chance for us to knock a Premier League team out the FA Cup on an iconic ground because they're playing along a bunch of kids, and it's almost like we went there and thought, oh no, imagine if we lose this, how bad it's going to be. Well, yeah, actually I was going to say that before. That was like seems to be the overriding feeling of a lot of people I spoke to was like, we're the only people who shit ourselves at the prospect of playing a weakened team, and that seemed to permeate through to the team thinking that as well, which is dead weird. Kate Riley James still feel really disappointed. You host a mailbag, Kate Riley James? I know. Still feel really disappointed. That's his job. It's like we've rewound to pre-Chelsea. I mean, we all know there's no magic quick fix, just stupidly expected better. That's a very good point. That it does feel like 5 weeks of hard work has been undone in that one game. Yeah, that's really true actually. And Goodison's going to be flat, isn't it, on Saturday? And angry. And if we don't start well, you can see everyone kicking off and moaning at the players. That's just how it's going to get. So. That's it. The togetherness and the feel-good factor picked up after Chelsea, and there was some goodwill there. Yeah. We win that game, regardless of who it's against, what team they put out. We win that game, the goodwill's there. It's gone now, definitely. David Taylor, don't want to make any excuse for the lack of passion or professionalism. Ready to ship half the squad out, but how much does fatigue, is what you said before, physical and mental playing to the game. 6 games in 15 days, adapting to a system, 2 different managers, etc. It's a fair point, and he says physical and mental fatigue as well. You can't really, you can't underplay that. When you're knackered, your decision making goes completely. Yeah, but it's still. It still should have been enough for that team. Yeah, I take the points on board, and maybe that's why they look a little bit leggier than usual. But you still gotta show you. One of the things I was sort of saying all the time was just show your quality, and that's quality very much in inverted commas now, but just show what you're about, show your skills as a footballer in a tested environment against players who were vibrant but shouldn't be on the same sort of level as you. Just show your class, and people like Schneiderlin and Sidibe, I thought was terrible. Luca Dean, conversations to be had about him at some point, I think, definitely. I think Baines should have kept his place after Leicester, to be honest. But he's not one. He's 35 years old. Can he play that many games? But certainly, you wouldn't argue against him playing at the weekend. But you're just thinking, show what you're about as a footballer. Show your technical skill. And they just panicked. Some of the passes that we played after they'd gone ahead. Oh my God! It was embarrassing. It was absolutely embarrassing. Sort of reminded me of if you played for like a Sunday League team who were all like approaching or in the 30s, and they're all alright. You're not a bad team, and then you play that team in the league who were a load of 18-year-olds, and they just fucking leg you everywhere, and you resort to kicking them. It was like one of those games, but we just couldn't even kick them. You at least take a few casualties with you in Sunday League, but it was like we just couldn't get near them, and that's what it felt like. Dave McGorian, angry, win, lose or draw. I hope the Wasters get dogs abuse on Saturday, but the goody two shoes will say we have to get behind the team. I've got a foot in both camps there, because we do have to get behind the team because we're still in a bad position in the league. But fuck them, they don't deserve anything, do they? It was one of the performances where if this was in Italy, the ultras would be at the training ground today. Like that, asking, there wouldn't be a car that's not on fire. There'll be that, like, because that happens, doesn't it, quite a lot. Like, if overseas, if you put a really bad performance in, they will be down at the training ground. Like, they won't be like kicking off, but they won't be saying, "What on earth was that all about?" Lisbon players got their heads literally kicked in, didn't they? I mean,
obviously not. Yeah,
but it's like, you know, this is. I think it was a good point that Mark made on the post match last night. If you're not listening to the post match, listen to it. It's dead good.
He's fantastic on it. Yeah.
But the thing he said, like, it's not people have just given up the Saturday afternoon or the Sunday afternoon. They give up their life for this.
Yeah.
This is everything to us, and to see them dicking about like that, and then scuttling off.
Yeah, that was really low. That, you know, look at Mason Holgate, who's the only one who's, you know, one of the youngest players in the side. Sidibe, not even our player, he's on loan.
Yeah, well, Joe went in as goalie top because Joe's a goalie. So we're saying, like, we're right at the front, we'll shout Jordan Pickford, because I saw some lad do it at Brighton.
Yeah.
And got his gloves off, and so I thought, yeah, we'll do the same. Fucking no chance of that, like, because he scuttled off. But he sort of went to the edge of the area, sort of looked back, hesitated, and you could see him think, nah, fuck it, and he just went. And it's like, no, you know.
Yeah. Take your medicine.
Yeah.
Take your medicine.
You know, I haven't, because I stayed at home today, going to work, but. You know, there's people up and down the country who have gone into work today and got absolute dog's abuse from co-workers, and I just have to put up with it. The players deserve the same.
Yeah, they should have took the medicine.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I said. I think I said this last night as well. Like, I think they probably would have got a better understanding of the gravity of the situation, because it wasn't just a derby defeat. It was a derby defeat. Like, it was horrendous.
The only one I can imagine that would be anywhere near it was the 5-0 at Goodison in '82.
Yeah.
Because that was like, they were dead good at the time, we were dead shit, and that was just like an annihilation. I know we got a player sent off early doors, but that's the only one that I can think of, because although we've had bad defeats, none have felt like that.
No.
Because that was proper, like, just demoralising, like, we're never going to beat them now.
No.
If we can't beat that.
No. We can write it off for the next 10 years or so.
Yeah.
And,
it's going to take something massive.
Someone replied to me on Twitter last night, I can't remember what they said, but it said the mental hurdle we've got to overcome is, like, enormous. It's like, you can't even see it, it's that big now.
Yeah.
Like, and you just don't know how someone's going to do it. It's really difficult to see. But, and the thing is as well, it's not a mental thing really going there now, because they're just miles better than us at footy.
Yeah.
That, you know, you expect to go there, but that, what happened yesterday, was like the final nail in the mentality thing. You know, if you can't go there and beat Sal like that, you are weak mentally as a football team and a football club, and we are. You know, it's under our fingernails, it's under our skin now. Everton lose at Anfield, that's just how it is.
That's just what happens.
Yeah.
Right. I think we'll call it time on that, because I'm exhausted again now.
When do you think we can stop talking about this game?
In about 2 minutes and never speak of it again.
Well, we've got subs weekly, got weekly. Go, and we'll start looking to Brighton then,
Yeah, I think what it is, we all need to sort of just reset at Brighton and just try and put up. I mean, it'll never go away, this game. This game will never go away, ever. No. It's there now, and it will be dragged up. I mean, the Goodison derby, they're going to be full of it.
Oh, yeah.
About that.
Oh,
he might even put that team out to take
I'm not
piss.
sure. Well, they could win the league, Goodison.
I'm not going if that happens. Sell me ticket to some cop like for £2 grand, something like that.
Yeah, take offers.
Yeah. Cheers, Matt. We'll be back later in the week with what's the score to look ahead, sort of, at the Brighton game. As Matt said, look, keep an eye out for subs weekly, the weekly, and the usual nonsense mailbag and the weekend preview. And we'll see you later in the week.